Today, let's walk through the steps of how you can sew your own snake plant. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today I have some old shirts that I've started to take apart and I am going to be sewing a snake plant with them. Now the first step is I have all of my shirt pieces and then I just started drawing out leaf-like shapes, so really long petals, and then cutting this out of the fabric. Now I did choose to go with kind of like greens and blues. I've seen a lot of these different fabric snake plants online and I thought that looked like a really fun project. Now for mine, I ended up doing about 15 leaves for the snake plant itself. Now the cat was here the entire time, but basically I just went through and just kept cutting out all of these petals or leaves, if you will, from the fabric. I did try to make it so that it was as flat as possible, and then if the shirt had any sort of design to it, I went through and made sure to cut that out as well. Once I had all of these done though, I then started to match them with right sides together, and then I'm going to be sewing up two of those long edges and then leaving the bottom completely open. So I just went through and pinned all of these together. So one thing I started to notice with this project is that it was very repetitive. So basically, just really simple seams, leaving the bottoms of these open. And then I just started with my sewing machine. Now for this, I did do around a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I made it a little bit bigger just because I wanted to be sure when I'm turning this right side out, I wanted to have a little bit of a seam allowance to control it. And then I am going to be sewing like a little channel so that we can add some wire later on. So now it was just time to go through and sew all of this up. And then for each of these leaves, again, I left the bottom open. I did backstitch at the beginning and end to make sure it was secure, and then the bottom is open so that we can turn this right side out. Once I had sewn up all of them, I just started the process of turning it right side out. For some of them, I did try to leave some of the elements of the shirt. That way you could tell, like that this was an old shirt that was put together. Because of the size of the leaves though, I found that this was a pretty easy project to turn. The only difficult part could be sometimes the little point at the top, but you could definitely use a pen or like a turning tool to help with that, and then they came out really nicely. Once that was complete, I pressed all of them out so they were nice and flat and smooth, and now it's just time for us to sew a little channel. So I'm just going to do around of 1/8 of an inch all the way around the outside, leaving the bottom still open, and I'm just sewing a channel so that I can add some wire. Now the wire is going to allow us to have these leaves have a little bit of personality so that they could bend a little, so that they're more wavy looking like a true snake plant would be. So as you can see, I'm just taking about like 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, sewing that narrow channel so that I can put the wire through and that it will stay in place and actually help these leaves maintain their shape without having to use any interfacing. Once I got that done, I just went through the process of kind of unclipping these together. I did more of like a chain stitch so that I was using less thread. But once they were all good, it was then time to add the wire. So for the wire, I just used floral wire that you can find at any sort of craft store or even Amazon. I actually got mine from Amazon. So any of the non-fabric items I use, I will include in the link below. But all I'm just doing is pushing the wire through that channel and then kind of guiding it with my fingers. Sometimes it may get stuck in the fabric a little, but overall this was a very easy process and I just went through it one by one. For some of them I did cut the wire if it was a little bit too long. Others I left it that length because we're going to be using foam to kind of hold all of this in place. So now with all the wire in, it was time to actually start building it. So you can see here, I started this out, but basically I'm just using this floral foam. Mine was about a 4-inch diameter. And all I'm doing is poking the wire into the foam itself and then putting these leaves in there to kind of mimic what the leaves would look like in dirt for an actual snake plant. So I just kept going through this process, making sure the wire was kind of poking out a little bit so then I could put it into the foam itself. Now some of these have a really long piece of wire, so it was going through all 4 pieces of the foam. Some were shorter. I did find that the longer the pieces of wire, it kind of helped to hold everything together and give it more structure. But overall, once I had it set up how I wanted, it was then time to figure out a way to hide the foam at the bottom. So I decided to use another shirt that I had on hand, and I cut this out based off of the diameter of the circle. So I just traced around this. So basically mine was 4 inches. So I basically made like a 5-inch diameter circle and I cut out 2 pieces. So we're going to have one for the outside and then there'll be a lining as well. So I'm just using this white fabric and then you're going to want to find the circumference of the circle. Now there's different calculators online that you can use to do this, but for mine, it was around 16 inches long. So I cut out two rectangles that were 16 inches long by the height of those three circles together. And then that is what I used for mine. So that ended up being around like 6.5 inches. So I just cut this out. As you can see for the shirt, I am using the part with the buttons. That way it kind of ties back to this being an old shirt. And then I cut out two of those rectangles again because we want one for the outside and one for the inside. Then it was just time to start sewing up the short edges, so matching with right sides together, and sewing these so that we get one nice tube. If you've seen my tutorial at all on how to sew a plant cover, this follows almost the exact same steps because basically we are just making like a little plant pot cover. So very simple if you've watched that. So now with right sides together, you are going to take your tube that you just created, and then we're also taking one of those circles and just going to be matching it all the way around. Now this can get a little trickier just because you are matching the circle with the tube itself, but if all of the measurements are done correctly for the circumference of the circle, this should match pretty well, and then you can just pin everything up into place, and then you're just going to be taking one seam all the way around that circle and repeating this for the outside of the tube as well as your lining. So you'll be doing essentially all of these steps twice, one for the outside and then one for the inside. For this, I am still doing that 1/2 inch seam allowance, being sure to backstitch, and then I am starting and stopping so that I can make sure that none of the fabric is like bulking as I go through. So as you can see, that if I turn this right side out, we now have two different tubes, and I'm just going to match these with right sides together and then pin all the way around the top, but leave about a 2-inch gap. So what this is going to do is it's going to give us a really nice and clean little cover for our plant. You won't be seeing any of the raw edges, which will make it really nice for us as a finished product. So I have it all nice and sewn up, so I'm just going to go all the way, sew around, but I'm leaving that 2-inch gap open. That way I can turn this right side out at the end. So now it's just time for us to take that seam all the way around, being sure to backstitch at the beginning as well as the end, and then leave that 2-inch gap for turning this once the tube is complete. So now I'm just going to turn this right side out through that little opening, and then very carefully kind of pushing this through, making sure that I'm not popping any of the seams, just carefully taking my time, and then you'll see that you kind of have this nice complete little cover. Then I can just go through, kind of play around with it, and then I'm going to pin all the way around the top so that I can take a really nice and clean top stitch all the way around, and then this will also close that gap that we had as an opening. So this kind of serves two purposes. One, as a really nice little professional touch, but then it's also closing that gap that we had. So here is what our cover looks like. As you can see, it definitely has kind of an ode to the shirt. And now I'm just going to put this foam into the shirt itself. Now I did find it was a lot easier to do this without the little leaves. So I just put one piece of foam at a time into this cover. It all does fit. The foam does make it so that it doesn't necessarily slide. So you just have to gently push. And then once it is in there, it was then time to readjust all of the leaves that I had. So just very carefully going through, adding the leaves back in, adding, any of the wire that is needed. So as I was going through this, there was something really fun about kind of laying out how these little leaves would go. It was almost like flower arranging met sewing. So kind of a fun little combination of the two hobbies if you're interested in that. I also found that because of how the wire kind of goes into the foam, you don't see the raw edges on the bottom of the leaf at all. Overall though, this does feel a little bit more like a delicate project, so definitely something that would be a decoration that you wouldn't be playing around with too rough, just having it set up on display at your house. What I love about this is I was able to use some old shirts and give them a new life. I think that this is such a fun and unique idea, and the colors really came together really well. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.